The house was uncommonly frigid. The table by the front door was in pieces, and large sections of the entrance hallway had been gouged out. The coat rack stood untouched and upright, and Maynard pulled his father's coat on with shaking hands. The door to the kitchen was broken in two, and the frame was bent out of shape. The front door slammed. Maynard jumped and opened his mouth to ask his father what had happened when something closed over his face. Maynard struggled and cried out, but it was no use. All he could do was kick his feet as he was dragged through the kitchen, down the hall, and into the laundry. A familiar, raspy voice whispered in Maynard's ear, "The boy will not struggle. The boy will not make a noise." Mooney was swathed in his cloak, which made him difficult to see in the dark, and he was hunched down like a huge, predatory bird. Mooney guided Maynard through the back door. Fire flared behind them, and the kitchen was consumed. The boy and the pirate crept along the back porch, circling the building until they could look in through the hall window. The house fell back into silence. The walls and floor and window frames shuddered as a metal boot crossed the threshold and a figure stepped into the house. Beneath its heavy hood, two red discs glowed where eyes should have been. The creature stopped moving. Its head snapped to face them, eyes radiating through the window. "The boy will run," Mooney cried. Mooney pulled Maynard forward. They sprinted down the porch as the front door was thrown from its hinges. Maynard looked back and saw the creature standing in the doorway. The red discs flickered and went black, and the seeker was enveloped in the darkness beyond the door. Invisible. This is the world of Maynard Trigg, written by D.C. McNeill. A world unlike our own, where people live aboard great skyports, their lives separated from the ground by the mysterious dust. Dust is a great barrier that separates the earth and sky, forcing people to live their lives atop decrepit skyports. These skyports vary from shanty towns to great cities. The white law rules the skies, bringing justice and control to the inner ports, while the further east you fly, the more savage and dangerous the skyports become. Rumors of revolution, pirate alliances, and monsters are rising in the east, finally arriving at the inner ports. And some believe a dead king may return to claim the white law for himself, while others defend and love President Ortsworth. The story follows Maynard Trigg, a loud-mouthed young man, as he's catapulted from his comfortable life aboard Carthage Skyport. A pirate confronts him after class, explaining there is a creature hunting him, and Maynard's father is missing. The creature is otherworldly, mechanical, eldritch, and unstoppable. Maynard must learn to trust this pirate, and flees aboard the Harmony, a great sky ferry bound for another skyport. It does not take long for Maynard to become embroiled in conspiracies, and his morals are put to the test when he has to lie and steal to survive. Befriending a ferry guard with a dark past, Maynard finds himself at odds with the ferry's self-appointed sheriff, while bargaining for coin to pay for medicine. Maynard wrestles with the forces aboard the ferry, against the backdrop of revolutionaries and conspiracies. But most of all, he seeks to understand his father's involvement, and just who he can trust. All the while, the creature is still out there, watching, waiting. Join the adventure at MaynardTrigg.com and use code TRAILER10 at checkout for 10% off your first paperback order.